It's the homeless, and I just wanted to create is to get to the lighthouse. There we go, folks. We've got the beautiful lighthouse just up there, right around the marina. See the copious amount of water. The rain showers are wonderful. Why? Because they wash off all your filth in the mind, but you are not out there. You rather stay indoors, away from the oh, look at this. Yes, I'm sorry for the obstructed sight of this marina with all these machines that are floating. None of them are being used. This is how we created our world. We are not short of anything. What we are short of is conscious brains, conscious minds, conscious human beings. Because you see this? Like a pool of water. Not a human in sight, apart from those innocent human beings who have fallen onto the sidewalk. And they're the ones who gave me direction. I don't use Google Maps. I don't use apps. And I don't use anything. All I'm using is human connection. Human kindness is what I'm using. I'm not using chemicals. I don't want any chemicals ingested on me. And I don't put anything that is not from the wonderfulness of the Mother Earth. Like these palm trees that are standing here. Oh, how can I be in different ways than you are? No, you can be the same way. The only difference is that I get up early in the morning to see this generous, free from nonsense experience. I'm here to experience the very wonderfulness of that sunrise. Have you risen strong enough to be? Have you risen strong enough to rise to the ever evolving and changing situations on this world? Or have you decided not to participate in this wonderful free experience of life on earth? Have you decided to be stuck into a room, confined yourself because of your silliness? Because you were compulsive enough to become silly, or compulsive enough to become where you wanted to be naturally anyway. There's a mask. Early morning. Rather than keeping it around your face and nose and mouth, you wanted to destroy this wonderful habitat. A little of it's left. I've just come to the lighthouse. Little of it's left, folks. Little of it's left. And yet, no one's here. What does that tell you? Everyone's had their Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, Christmas. But they forgot what is really Christmas. This is Christmas. for me. Oh, lovely. So much water. Saturated amount of water. That's keeping this lawn, this green, alive. Wow. Can you hear the feet touching the ground? Maybe I will get a wonderful, I could be in those climatically controlled environment after getting drunk all night last night. Instead, I came here to see what is the soberness brings you, not what the drunkenness. We all know what drunkenness brings you. Headache. Look, terrible. Do you want to see what I'm seeing? A grand vista. But this is what I want to show you. Smoking, cigarette butts, litter, and face masks. Just at this bench. Why? Because people took oaths. People took more attention to the nonsense. They want a normal life. So they put them in a mask, shut them up, keep them quiet. Isn't that beautiful? If you came here every morning, you rose before the sun rose, before the sun hit a single blade of grass, you came here before that tiny little dew, the water drop that was dangling on the edge, on the tip of that grass, and sun came and burned it away. I thought I'll come and receive it in my own skin. And that is the beauty of our life. It is your choice to make your life a living experience of life. It is not for the government. It is not for the medical fraternity. It is not the scientific community, social community, or religious community, or anyone else to tell you or show you or direct you or dictate you as to how you should be able to connect and receive the energies of life. That very sun that is yet to appear off that horizon, I'm here before that time, so that I'll be here to receive it before anyone else does. Sorry for the sounds of the machine, the motor, but sorry for the sound of man-made disasters and man-made distortions. What's very important is that I don't become part of that. Yes, I want you to pay attention to it because you will hear it. I can't hear it, the noise of that motor. I'm so focused on that bright, vibrant, colorful horizon, which is scarred with container ships waiting to get into Los Angeles port to get unloaded. It's traveled almost 2/3 of the way around the world to get here, bringing your gifts of leisure and pleasure and confusing of everything made out of petrochemicals and plastics. There's nothing natural about it. There's nothing natural about what we are carrying on doing it. Until we destroy ourselves, man is the worst enemy of man and mankind on this earth. I don't have to tell you, I'm sure you may have heard it from your wonderful pastor, wonderful preacher, wonderful teacher as to what and how hard you have to work to be able to steer one of those ships. There's one that set a sail from Britain across the pond on the other side of the East Coast, and it came here and rested here because during World War II it was used as a field hospital, or floating hospital should I say. I don't read up, I don't want to read anything up. History is one that we must remind ourselves not to repeat today, and for us to evolve into a better human being tomorrow. Tomorrow is a signature that has been signed across your heart or your mind. If it's not, you may have slowly forgotten to receive the warmth and the energy of life. This gentleman has come in, but he's got his coffee to get him on the bike to ride up here. And yeah, so I walked, he cycled, and what's so important is that I was here, and now he's doing all kinds of things, not being able to just be. He's doing all sorts of tricks, only to confuse oneself. But why would you? Why would you confuse yourself with a cup of coffee or anything for that matter? Connect to the earth means connect to the earth. Taking your shoes off, connecting to this grass verge. Before that sun comes out, I want you to know that help means that you have connected to the Mother Earth. You don't need coffee, you don't need a bicycle, you don't need a motorbike, you don't need a scooter. You just have wonderfulness of your legs to be able to propel yourself forward. You don't need jackets, you don't need shirts. All you need is that freshness before it gets polluted by humanity, that you are able to connect and hold the strength and receive all of the energies that is out there. You don't need Starbucks. You absolutely don't need anything. All you need is to breathe. The moment you are not protected, the moment you are not safeguarded with protective clothing, headscarves, caps, gloves, socks, shoes, bound to destroy the life. You're bound to destroy the living. Because you have decided in many ways that life is to protect yourself, but life is not about protecting the very existence that we all share and breathe and experience. Good morning to you, sir. I thank you for what you're doing.
All right.
It's a constant struggle to keep it clean. And I was just making a video about it that you have just picked. No, you're fine. You're absolutely fine. Thank you for doing what you're doing.
Have a wonderful day.
Thank you. You too. Look after yourself.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for keeping us safe and clean. And thank you for your hard work. This wonderful gentleman just comes along, picked up the two masks that I filmed earlier on. It's a constant struggle, folks. Constant struggle that they just come here, smoke, pollute, poison the air, poison themselves, and destroying the very small segments, speck of life that we have left with. I came here only to absorb and receive the forces of Mother Nature. He's going around collecting. There's she coming. There's the wonderful music. Balance yourself. You don't have to balance. The very perfection of this existence is balancing us all. The very creation is intelligent enough to be balanced. Have you balanced your mind in silence and absolute stillness? Have you made the very life of yours a balanced one? Have you been able to receive all of the energies that you're made of? Have you ever thought, have you ever had a moment to put everything that is running up here straight smashed onto this earth? Your thought, smash it down. Your emotions, smash it on the floor. Your ego, smash it on the floor. Your narcissist attitudes, smash it onto the earth. Throw it away. Throw all the nonsense that you've been carrying for such a long time, weighing you down, burdening your life, and rise just wonderfully like the sun is rising. Can you not at least for one day of your life rise just like that sun is? After all, you're a celestial body, celestial life, celestial energy, celestial intelligence of creation in perfection. Yet your conduct has become the failure. Your mind, your head, your ego, your selfish attitude such as I, has become the most painful reality for you. But it's not. Look at that wonderfulness. Look at that marvelous, bright. The moment she rises, the moment she rises, the tears rolling in my eyes. The moment she rises on that horizon, the tears are rolling in my eyes. I have no one here to entertain me. I have no one here to give me a booster. I have no one here to encourage me to do what I'm doing. I have connected genuinely and sincerely to this earth that I can just be without ever needing anything to make me joyful and exuberant and blissed out with tears. I'm not making this up. I wish you all have the same capacity. That I'm no superhuman. I'm not here to show you a chauvinistic show of strength. I'm here because I have taken my mind away from my selfish ideals and ideas. And I'm here to say that I'm no superhuman, but I'm human enough to open up, to receive what this entire existence can offer to me. And that is, to me, is super enough. Beautiful, beautiful. As she rose, the tears in my eyes. Not because I'm sad, not because I'm troubled, but because she rose. She rose to keep you, me, and everyone alive. And that, to me, is far more beautiful and wonderful than anything can entertain me. I don't need anything whatsoever. All I need is life to happen the way it is. If you don't pay attention to that very small, beautiful things to happen within you, no matter which way you look at, no matter how you look at life, it'll always cause you a terrible harm and hurt within you. That she has risen so large, so big at that distance. As she rise and rise, her strength is, it's gentle and soft with her rise. As she gain expression of life rising over that horizon. As she rises, she fades away. She becomes a smaller, yet her strength becomes far more greater. Just imagine the nature's reality, the real a word of warning. Word of warning. Please don't attempt to do what I'm doing. I have been living in this way for almost 50 years, since I was a child. What I'm doing can affect your health. So I advise you not to do what I'm doing unless you are extremely trained to do what I'm doing. And please don't even watch, because this is not to say that you are unable to do it, but if you manage to distance yourself from your psychological dramas to your physical dramas. As I said, I'm not a superhuman. I'm human enough and sensitive and gentle enough that when I walk upon this earth, that I don't hurt or harm or pressure. I don't create a deep footprint, so that the very nature of life is such that it'll love me upon as I step. I don't come here to smoke. I don't come here to drink a cup of coffee for me to rise before the sun. I come here to receive the energy and rejuvenate and renew my inner and regenerate the energy I've lost, been sat in a controlled environment with all the pollutants and other that is not natural. All I know is that whatever that may be, that sun that provides us energy, light, and the strength and the vitality, the growth, health, well-being is free for us all. Even a blade of grass, even a single cell is powered and energized by that sun, the celestial energy. Have you paid enough attention to that rise? Or were you so drunk last night that you were drunk beyond, that you were drunk that you simply could not even raise your head out of the quilt or the blanket that covered you in the warmth in your room? Or were you lazy enough not to bother rise before that sun? The health is not in the hands of the government or the social services or the people who are around you. Health is entirely your business, is entirely in your own two hands, which is life. Have you really shown enough gentle sensitivity to the life, not just yours, but to every life, and felt that the life that we are is a wholesome and one ever so transactional and ever so connected. Temperatures only about 6, but I don't feel any of it because I don't use apps, weather maps, Google apps, any of it. I may share what I'm experiencing with you. I don't encourage you to watch. I don't encourage you to subscribe. I don't encourage you to share or notify or anything. If you're willing within you, I'm sure you are equally capable as life here. That's my foot, a naked foot, sensitive to any danger. So as I walk, I had to be gentle enough so it doesn't hurt me. If I know if it hurts me, I will also know that every step I make will also hurt the very Mother Earth that I'm on. If I'm protected, I forget that because I'm protected, that the Mother Earth get hurt and you don't feel the amount of hurt you make. If you become sensitive and gentle enough this way only, you will ever realize that the life is made this way, not just for you, but for all living. This is free. Everything else that you desire for, you have to pay. This is free. Free for you to see. Free for you to receive. Free for you to energize. Free for your soothing eyes. Free for you. Everything else you will have to pay for. Why have you chosen that which cost you? Not just cost you in your pocket, not only cost your pocket, but it cost the very environment. Not only the very environment that it's going to cost, but also the very life it costs. Why can you not make yourself gentle and life enough that everything that is making life, including your heartbeat, is free, it's happening for you without you having to do anything? The very breath I inhale and exhale is happening for you without you having to do anything. At least not consciously enough. The very subatomic particle of your life is happening for you effortlessly, intelligently, and effectively to keep you alert and alive, and it's free. Everything vital to life is happening for you, me, to a blade of grass, to everything is happening to us all in the perfect creation of His wonderful existence and life. We as human beings have chosen the costly one that is costing us that it's unbearable to even imagine where we're going to end up. Sounds of the pigeon over there, the crows over here. It's nobody. Gently watch those crows and pigeons just walking gently. Just gently, because they can sense the vibration. Just Talking to me, I'm sure. It's just that I don't understand the language. Just like if I spoke English. The crow and the pigeon isn't understanding the language. It doesn't matter, crow and the pigeon. Another human being couldn't understand. The crow from here on the other side of the planet will understand because that's their crow, right? Yes, I don't feel. All I feel is the life. On a bicycle and smoking, going to throw the cigarette butt into the water and just go. There you go. smoking. Cigarette, coffee, smoking. Can you see the smoke? Protected. Why did you even bother? Why did you even bother? Well, at least took the effort to come out. Not just to receive energy, but to poison the air. You're the most efficient machine on the planet, yet efficient, non-polluting machine on the planet. Look at all those industries out there. Those ships, those container ships, oil vessels. They're poisonous, they're polluting, and we are investing billions and billions and billions only to make it efficient and non-polluting. Yet human beings as we are, and then coughing, smoking and coughing. How can you find health in this? You got to pay for it. You pay for it with your life, as well as you pay, as I said earlier on, you pay the environment, you pay your own health. The people who make this stuff, polluting the planet, polluting their mind, polluting their health, polluting the very ones who'd come here escaping from it all. How can you correct all of this? You cannot. Everything was done in the name of good or God. So both of those are not natural to human beings, so they need to be taught. Every other creature, when they eat, when they poo, when they walk, it's their nature of life. For human beings, everything that is natural is not life, so they had to be taught to be good, taught to be gentle, taught to be conscious, taught to be everything. So when this is the way that we produced our next generation of children, been taught the old ways are the only way that they know. Anything else is illogical or not practical in their eyes. When that is the case, we will only accelerate our existence here, our capacity to live with all-inclusive life will cease to exist, because we are continuing to destroy it every day as we wake up. We don't wake up early enough to know what is keeping us alive. As she rose, she was not intense earlier on at the horizon. Now she's risen to a certain angle, 30 degrees or so. It's one of the most powerful moments of time. 30 degrees after from the horizon, 30 minutes or so, and then 30 minutes after it has set. It's the most fundamental and most wonderful time that you can receive energy from her, and every other time too, but those amazing times are incredible. I'm about to gently go away, thanking your wonderfulness, the wonderfulness of your energy, wonderfulness of your light, wonderfulness of your brightness. You are giving it to us without ever discriminating who should receive it. Whoever opens the eyes, there's so much to see. Thank you for brightening up my life, and equally able for me to continue my journey inwards, ever so consciously and responsibly. balance. I've lost it already. I've lost it. Have I? Did I lose it? This is not a show, as I said. This is merely sharing what everyone is capable of. Word of warning, don't do it unless you're fit in your mind. The fitness comes from the inner strength. Inner strength comes from letting go of your ego and embracing life as whole. Even more so important is that I means illness. We as whole, everything here, as wellness. If you distinguish these two, and also if you say to yourself in silence, I'm not my mind, I'm not my body, I gathered from the earth, which is piece of earth which has been borrowed. Every subatomic particle that I have gathered in this body must go back. The Mother Earth and the existence has kept a wonderful, accurate account of my being here on this earth. What I've gathered as mine will also be going to the cosmic energy that is all here, interwoven in a wonderful tapestry of life. It's us, we capture some, and we live an experience, and it goes back. You can read books, you can write books, you can make movies and dramas out of it. Unless your experience of life is not what the book said and what you wrote in the book, and how you perceive life and how you live life, you will never know life the way it is. You don't need to look up to anything. You don't have to look down on anything. You can look the way it is and appreciate that you are able to embrace. And at least the least you can do in life is to smile, which is free. You don't have to, it didn't cost you much. It doesn't cost you anything. Everything else that you perceive, everything else that you trying to do, imagining that it's good, is costing you a lot, because it's not your natural way of being. So when it's not natural, if you have to become a tiger and you know you're a monkey, you have to pretend that you're a tiger. But your monkey is trying to come out. Anyway, this is it. This is all it is. This is where we got twisted in our imaginations. Okay, fundamentally, right? You know why we are so stressed and distressed and this and the other? Don't look at me. I'm unfit. Anyway, We are being told, we are being taught, we are being educated, we've been given so many different ways to hide ourselves from. Okay, I'm going to show you something that you may find funny, so to speak. What is so funny about it is that we as human beings know that we evolved to a certain point, that we call ourselves human species that evolved from the monkeys or chimpanzees or whatever you want to do. If you're a scientist, if you're an anthropologist or whoever you are, you titled yourself in such a way, you're stiff. As I speak, the humanity is awoken. All I can smell is a waft of horrible, I don't know what they smoke. Anyway, I'm going to continue because that should not alter my focus. So we've been evolved into a certain place that we became human. That human is a monkey still, right? Because we haven't, through education, we are supposed to shine the monkey out into a human being, or make a human being out of an animal. But no, we created more of an aggressive animal than the monkey that is so gentle today. So our evolution has gone backwards, even further back, from being a monkey to an aggressive monkey. And that's why we're destroying everything, because we jump around from here to there. We don't know how to keep our monkey in. Because we can't keep our monkey in, we've been taught in the schools to be a tiger. When you've been told to be a tiger, when you know you're a monkey, the tiger, to be a tiger, you got to pretend, remain pretending that you're a tiger. The moment you let your guard down, the moment you let it go, your monkey's trying to come out. So your stress, anxiety, distress, all of those things come out because you know that you are inbuilt as a monkey. You cannot just be. A tiger just do what it needs. A monkey keeps jumping around, react, reflective. The moment the monkey sees the other one messing about, it does exactly that. And the human beings are no different. Have a look at a tiger. Have a look at a lion. Stomach full, life settled. He settles down in the corner and stays. Have a look at a monkey. He pick up on one piece of fruit and he eats a bite of it, shucks it away, and he jumps onto somebody else's fruit. So our monkey keeps coming out. No matter how many ways you try to teach to keep the monkey containing, jumps out. Because you will never be a tiger in a monkey's body. It's not much of a difference when I talk about it, is it? What's the difference between a monkey and a human being? It's only a 0.000. If you want to scientifically put it into a DNA analysis through a laboratory and a microscope, the monkey will not dissipate or disappear, or hasn't evolved over thousands of years or millions of years. You can work out the summation. But you are here a very brief time. If you start doing monkey business, you're inevitably going to find your business in tatters or in absolute mess. So rather, have I said enough? Do you want me to elaborate more? Would you want me to exaggerate? Or do you want me to bring you closer to the reality of logic that you have grasped through your understanding? They are coming on a scooter, which is on an app. Instead of walking up here, they took a selfie and they're off again. That's what we are capable of today. Is that right? Our capacity to enjoy the experience of life has merely gone for a lazy way of doing things. Those scooters were kick scooters one time to get from one place to the other quicker. But no, we put the monkey in an electric scooter now. He's going down the sidewalks, knocking down families and injuring themselves and causing tremendous amount of accidents and situations. Because you put a monkey on a machine, what does he do? Push buttons, touch, feel. That's what a monkey does. No different from you or me, a human being. Give something to a monkey, looks around, have a look, do push buttons, do this, that, the other. Have a look at any other creature. Comes in, sniff, doesn't like it, moves away. But a human being touches, smell it, try to hear it, look upside down. Curiosity will kill you. Keeping your senses switched off will make you live life in a fantastic way. Try it for one day and see if I'm just making you feel crazy or what. But I'm just sharing something that works for me, and it should work for you as a cerebrally evolved human being, not a monkey. Give it a try and see if it works. If it works, that's what we should pick it up and enjoy doing every day.